Welcome back to Ravenport on Farming Simulator 19 for episode 24 with me, MrSealyp. Let's get her done. This is a hired case 635. I have got, oh, this thing's a beauty. I love this, the noise it makes. And we've got that as part of the contract on field 8. The two harvesters that come as part of that contract are there. I took one of those over to field 11 to try it out and it wouldn't let me use it. It says it's for contract use only, so what are you going to do? So I'm going to run them all at the same time because they can be left and they'll unload on their own. However, I'm still likely to get that bale in the sky glitch, so what I'm going to do is let them all finish however many bales are hanging around in the air, and then I'll save it. If I have to come out then come back in again, they should all then be on the ground, then we can collect and we can fulfill the contract and do mine at the same time. I'm doing mine at the same time because generally speaking when you do contracts it doesn't affect the prices. You're normally dumping a lot. Unlike FS17, as you're dumping the price doesn't suddenly plummet, but after you dump a load of stuff, a load of cotton, crop, whatever it might be, it will then start to decline after that. It will go down gradually, you won't get a sudden drop, but I'd rather that drop came after I've done mine than before. So let's open this out. And get that going on my crop. Hopefully when it gets to the top it turns left. It doesn't matter if it goes left or right because then I can just adjust then and come back and do the rest or whatever I need to do. I'm going to hop out of that and let the worker get on with that. And then I'm going to go and set these two off. Hopefully when they get to the end, because they're going to be running next to each other, one will turn left, one will turn right, and they can then do kind of half a field each. I don't know if I've split it half a field accurately or not, but as accurately as I can do. Yeah, we'll just kind of see how this goes. As far as I'm standing in the middle of the field, but that's not a problem. As far as prices go, the cotton is at 3946 and climbing. Oh yes. So hopefully by the time this is harvested that'll have gone even higher. Now I could hang on to the bales and wait for the highest price possible, but that could take some time to get to that point. That is close, isn't it? So let's get that going. Pop out. Get that going. And off it all goes. So we've now got 3 cotton harvesters running. It's the most I've had running on my map. This is going to take a while, so you know this is not going to be a. I suppose it will take to the end of the episode because I want to see how much we make, and it should be a nice tidy profit. But like I say, it's what's it 12.23 now. What am I reckoning? 2 harvesters run on this field, mine one on that one. I reckon it's going to be 145. Maybe that's under. Yeah, well, I'm saying 145. Let's go with that. By 145 we'll be done. Ha ha ha. We shall see. So there you go. We're off and we're running. It's all very exciting. My field 11, when I first bought it, everything was fine on it, but it hadn't been ploughed. So now that's got all of the stakes and the ploughing done, I should get a better yield out of it. Will I get 4 and a bit bales last time? I think I got 4 and a bit. So I'm hoping for at least 5. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Potentially we'll get 5. And this one will just carry on. I've done a lot of cotton on various different episodes on here. So again, I'm not going to be doing a full, you know, the whole episode will be designated cotton. You've seen the harvesters running before. I'm assuming one of these has got more hours on it than the other, because that's catching up, isn't it? Well, I'll be. There you go. Proof of the pudding, so to speak. This one's on 48.2 hours. Let's pop out so I don't get run over. Oh, that's weird. And this one's on 32. So how come the others catching up? That doesn't make any sense. The other one is definitely harvesting faster. Well, that's just plain weird. Or was the other one... Actually, mind you, the other one might have been worked on. That's got 32 hours on it. I didn't look at the green bar, and the green bar's down near to half. Very dangerous. Oh, yeah. And that one's on 48 hours, but the green bar's further up. It's only a quarter down. Well. That's obviously been repaired more recently. So now hopefully the left one will go left, the right one will go right. In theory that's what should happen. Please do that. Yeah, that didn't like that so much, did it? Well, I kind of did. Bit more damage, but you know. Unknown reason. That was weird. Well, it'll catch the other one up anyway, so doesn't really matter too much. My money has dropped considerably. There's a few reasons for that. Field 8 is harvested. The bales are on the floor, apart from the 2 that I collected into the trailer that they gave me. However, I've decided to try something. A few people have commented saying this works, and as I mentioned, Sir Argus sent me some pictures of what he'd been doing. So I've leased the Flegel DPW 180 flatbed bale trailer, and I've leased this. Now, I did install the other wheel loaders. I went for this. It's the higher horsepower, I think. If I just go and have a look, it is the higher horsepower. This one's 234 horsepower. The JCB 435S is 230, and the Lee pair, which came out yesterday, along with the Valtra T234. The L538, that came over from Farm Simulator 17. That's only got 155 horsepower. I was going to go with that because it was cheaper, but I wasn't sure it would be able to do the job. I love the JCB, but this is new in game, and there's just something about, I don't know why, I like the black rims. I think it looks brilliant. I've got a silage fork on the front. The DPW is up on the top of the hill, and my harvester that I've leased is continuing. Now that's going to roll over, if I'm very unlucky, onto its second hour. I'm going to take a bit of a hit, but I think I'm going to get 5 bales. I think I might even get 5 and a little bit. So I'm going to try this with my bales. If it works, I'm probably going to do the same thing with the harvested ones off Field 8 for the contract, because it'll be a lot easier than going backwards and forwards. Now, the realism junkies out there, I don't know whether this would work in real life. I don't, you know, possibly it would. I know people would get cross about it, but I'm going to try it anyway, because if it works, fantastic. Now, I'm going to try it sideways first, because I've got an idea of how I want this to work, because this silage fork is actually pretty much the whole width of the bale, and it should. Now, you know, that bale is 20,000 litres, isn't it? It does go in, and it does lift it. So, now loading this onto the DPW, I was thinking about putting them on sideways. I thought what I might do is try and put them on from the back, but again I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't work, I'll try a different way. Put one on the back, and then when the next one goes on, try and push it forward. It should work, but that depends, because the trailer itself might buckle, you know. But what I had seen was 10 that loaded up like this. Oh, I've got a bit of wobble on there. Don't like that. So let's lift that up. This is crazy, I can't even believe I'm doing it. So I'll get that on as far as I can. Let's say about there. Hopefully that's central, so that won't tip one way or the other. I can't, no it's not, is it? That is not central. That's terrible. What I need to do is get my wheels lined up with the back of the trailer. But that's harder to do as well, because I can't actually see it until I get right up behind it. There we go. I've got knock-ins on this, I don't know why I just went with knock-ins, but... So that's now down and flat. Should be able to pull the forks out. Right, it hasn't tipped over. Good. Step 1 complete. Yeah, this is a bit crazy, but you know what? Let's give it a go. I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's better to have a go than never know. That's how I've seen other people doing it, and it seems to work out alright. I need to make sure I'm level on with that. Get that down and get that in. Boom. Oh, this does work very well. Ha ha ha. It's that ingenuity of players, isn't it? You're given something and told this is how you're supposed to do it, and then people go away and say, well, yeah, maybe, but I've got a better idea. Let's try this instead. Hold my beer and watch this. It's that old thing, isn't it? So if I can push that forward now, that does work. Okay, so I do that as far forward as I can go. Same thing. Take the forks out. Interesting. It's going to be very unwieldy transporting it, I would imagine. As long as I take my time, we should be okay. Now the other way I thought of doing it, if it wouldn't do that, because I thought the first bale might get stuck and it wouldn't allow me to push it, would be lifting from the end. But when you think about it like that, that's a lot of weight. If I close that fork up, I don't know if this would work. If I came in from the end like this, can you imagine 20,000 litres off the front end? I don't know, because I thought I could always come in and load it. Maybe I'll give it a go, see if it works. Like, well, it does. Well, I suppose you could do, couldn't you? And then put it on sideways. That to me doesn't seem as, not that the other way's realistic, but I'll show you what I mean. That really doesn't look good at all, does it? That looks awful. Anyway, let's get this up to the trailer. Oh, this isn't going to work now because I'm going to put it the wrong way around. Doesn't matter. I can line that up. Put this one right at the front. So if I can get this right close to the front, as close as I can get it. There, this is not my best idea, but it might work. So yeah, I thought if it wouldn't let me do what I thought and push them, I could bring them in this way. I'm still nowhere near the front, am I? Let's try that again. It's a bit better. Try and get that level if I can. And pull the forks out. Yes, it does work. You can do it either way. So what I'll do now is get the next one, push it right the way forward, and I should be able to butt those right up. Now I didn't get the trailer with the end boards. I suppose I could have done, should have done. And I don't know whether the straps will work either. I don't think they will. Now I've just lost another, well, at some point I lost another 10 grand, which is the lease for the harvester, but it's going to be worth it because it should it should have got another full bale by now. Why is that not full? So I'm really confused, because the whole point about ploughing is you're supposed to not get a 10 or 15% malus, isn't it? It's supposed to be. Now when I first did this harvest on this field, I got 4 bales and about 10,000 litres. So I've ploughed it this time, which means I should have got 15 or a bonus of some description. I've got 4 bales and 10,000 litres again, which means it made no difference whatsoever ploughing. I don't understand. What was the point of me ploughing the field if it made absolutely no difference whatsoever? So like I say, if this works, then there's absolutely no reason at all why I can't do this for the contract bales on field 8. So I'll have my 5th bale will only have 10,000 litres in it. But it does mean if I take it all down in one go, they'll all sell at the same time. I don't know if I'm going to have to unload them or not. I'm not sure. Or whether they'll just come off the trailer automatically. So I may well have to take down this as well. Maybe put the forks in the front one and then drive forward and they'll fall off. Or I don't really know. It'll be a bit of trial and error, I think. So let's get that as low to there as I can. Like that. And then we'll edge those forward if we can. Come on. If we've got enough oomph, we have. Keep going. keep going. Might have to adjust that a little bit because I think we're going at an angle. I think we're butted right up against the front one, aren't we? Let's have a quick check. Oh no, I've hit the trailer, haven't I? Oh yeah. Okay. Right, the last one will do it then. Okay, so let's take the forks out. Yeah, I think they're all going to be leaning one side. Yeah, there's a strong possibility I'm going to lose this lot over the side as I go, but that's just down to me not loading it on straight. I might have to have a fiddle around with that and see if I can get that loaded a bit better, but that's what I'll do. I'll see you in a minute. I'll get this last one unloaded. Actually, what I'll probably do is bring the harvester over here. Oh, it doesn't make any difference, does it? I'll go and get the last bale out of that, and then we'll bring it over. Even if the harvest on field 8 just covers the least of the bits of equipment I've used on here, I've covered them then. I think it paid something like 20 something grand, wasn't it? Something like that. Right, come that down. Jump out. Unload this. I haven't had a problem with floating bales, which has been quite good. You watch now, I'll probably get a floating bale. Just to add insult to injury. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I got last time. So, yeah, that hasn't really made any difference at all. Weird, I was convinced I'd get a full 5th bale. That last section didn't yield anywhere near as much as it should have done. Very odd. Okay, right, well that's that done. Let's close that up. And turn the engine off. And we'll get that last bale on. Now the price is climbing, and what I might do is keep hold of it for a little while, go and find myself another job to do, do that and wait for the price to climb a bit, and then hopefully when it's at its peak then sell them all, because the contract ones, it doesn't matter what the price is at the sell point, because all it asks for is for you to do it. So it could be any price when you do that, but for mine I want the best price I can possibly get. So I think I'll probably do that. So I have got some landscaping to do. I'm not going to go into any more detail as to what that entails, but I've got some landscaping to do. I will see you in a little while. Right, all 5 are on. I did realign them a little bit. I have put the tension straps on because I was told that they do... Oh man, I didn't really see that dip. They do hold the bales down. So I've fastened them, but I did it from in cab. So when you do like the fasten all, things R1 and L... Oh no. R1 and R3, isn't it? I think, to fasten tension belts. The price has now stopped rising for cotton. So you know what, might as well sell them. Then I'll come back, I'll do the same process, but there are quite a few more bales for field 8 for the contract, so I might have to double stack them. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, this is all rather jolly, isn't it? Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this down that little windy track by the railroad bridge. Maybe. We'll certainly give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? I think I should probably save this, shouldn't I? That would probably be a good idea. My usual track record of things going horribly wrong. But this is working. Tractor's pulling it, no problem at all. And it has eaten into my finances somewhat. But I thought, you know what, in the interests of trying something out, why not? Take it nice and slow around here, don't want that tipping. So what I could do now is that tense, thrilling moment, like I did when I was taking the bales on Fellsburn. I could just cut now to unloading and say, oh yeah, I got down there no problem at all. But what people want to see is this, don't they? Will I make it? Will it topple over? Honestly don't know. Do the sides of this track lift up at any point? Am I going to catch the bales on it? Again, we will see. I haven't saved it, so what happens, happens. I mean, this is probably not the best idea, is it? I should have saved it. I don't think these are going to sell automatically. They might be a little bit too high. So what I might have to do is go and get the wheel loader and then kind of shove them off if I can. There'll be a way around it, I'm sure there will. Actually, that's alright. I was worried this would be a bit too narrow to get through, but that seems to be okay. We are nearly there. Exciting times. I reckon, judging by the price, we're going to get about 80,000, something like that, per bale. So, we could do alright. We made it. And will these automatically sell, or do I need to iron? Oh no, they've gone. They've gone. And the last one. No! Oh no! That's taken them as contract bales. Why didn't I think of that? Because I've got a contract open on cotton and I didn't save it. Mind you, I've got all the bales left on the field, haven't I? So I'll have to... Oh, it'll still work out, won't it? I just hope that price doesn't plummet now. No, that seems like it's staying at the moment. Right, I've got to get back up. Load all those up. Whoa, that didn't even cross my mind that it would take them as bales for the contract. So now the ones that are on field 8 for the contract, I've got to load up. It will take what it needs. I hope it pays me for the rest. Maybe I need to do one bale at a time to unload the next lot. Scary stuff. Okay, well, I'll see about down in a bit. I will bring down the wheel loader for the next lot, because I think I'm going to unload one bale at a time into there. So I don't want to unload them all. It takes them all for the contract and I don't get paid for the extra. What a muppet. Why didn't I think of that? So yeah, so there's the whole thing of me saying, well, I'll sell mine first. It can't work that out, can it? It doesn't know what's mine and what's not. All it knows is I've taken cotton bales down to the sell point and I've got a cotton contract open, so that's what it's going to take. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take those two down the lorry first, unload those and see what happens, and then we'll worry about the rest in a minute. Scary. So if I do R1 and R3, there you go, unfasten tension belts, turn off the engine, panic stations. What did it say? It was 60% complete, did it? Let's check the contract. Oh man, it's not far off, is it? Okay. Okay, I've tried to work this out as best I can mathematically, because it's a horrible thing that cotton bales do, especially on contracts. I have found, unlike a normal crop which pours, when the crop that's needed for the contract is reached, anything over and above you get. I'm pretty sure when I did a cotton harvest before as a contract, it took all the bales and I didn't get a penny, which I thought was odd, because unless the contract was exactly what it should be, it seemed a bit weird. Now the problem is, because I sold my stuff, or my stuff went in as part of the contract, mine was 5 bales that equated to just under 90,000. So here's what I've done, and this is a little bit confusing. There were the 2 barrels that I already loaded into the trailer earlier on. There's 40,000 in there. 2 barrels of 20. That's a 20. And then I've got a 20, a 20, a 20, a 20, and that one there is 13. So it's a little bit more than my one was. Now the problem I've got is if I sell or put into the thing that, and it doesn't fulfill the contract, I'm going to lose an entire bale and I won't get the money for it. It'll take it for the contract, and anything over and above I won't get. So I've got to hope that those 3 are going to be enough. I know it sounds complicated, but if it all goes horribly wrong, you'll see exactly what I mean. So what I'll do is back that up to the sell point and we'll unload. We were on, I can't remember what percentage we'd already given. Was it 60 something, wasn't it? Something like that, wasn't it? Just went forward a little bit. Right, so that's 88%. I've got to hope that one bale does 12%, because if it doesn't, I may have just done myself out of a load of money. That'll be really frustrating if I have. Right. Fingers crossed. If this does something like 99% or something, that's going to be so annoying. So, let's put that down. Pull that spike out. Oh, contract finished. Okay. Some of the maths was right, that's good. There was a little bit of leeway. So that and that worked out brilliantly. That I love. I mean, the wheel loader generally, but that's a cool wheel loader. But that system, thank you, Sir Argus. Very, very cool indeed. That did work. So now this should be all mine. And what I'm going to do now is end the contract. So nothing else goes horribly wrong. Completed 28,000, but obviously there was a leasing cost of 24. Let's collect on that, which means all the equipment should go. Another fertilising job we need to get on with. Excellent. So now, now this should all be mine. Price hasn't dropped, has it? Please tell me it's the same. Yep. 4159. Not the best it's been, but not bad. So let's get first bale in. Done, 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 done. Wow, we're up to 621,000. That's impressive. Okay, that's good stuff. Field 11 is going to need cultivating. Now I've got this, the John Deere, I can get a larger cultivator, which is going to mean doing jobs like that are going to be a lot quicker. 621,000, awesome. This is going to go back. I'm not going to show you the bit of landscaping I've done because that's going to be for the next episode. What I'm going to do, excuse me, my voice has gone all croaky, that'll be the excitement. Oh, I'm glad that worked. Let's accept the contract on fertilising field 13. Excuse me. What else have we got? Another one there for 3,000. Cool. Okay, so let's accept that. We can get this equipment up and onto that in a minute. I'll take this trailer back because that's the lease, that will go back. So will the wheel loader. Again, I suppose I can keep hold of the wheel loader for a little while in case I needed it, but I don't think I'm going to. What time are we at? Oh yeah, it took me way longer than I thought. You know, I originally said I thought I'd be done by, was it 1:45? I think it was 2:15, was it 2:20? Something like that. So I was way over what I estimated. Not there's any time constraints, I just thought I'd see how it all went. Oh, right, okay. I've got a lot of leased equipment here actually, it does need to go back, doesn't it? Right, inside. I don't think I want to do cotton in field 11 next time. We'll do a different crop. Okay. But whatever happens next, we'll have to wait until the next episode, because we've come to the end of this one. I know I said it wasn't going to be all cotton. As it turned out, using that trailer, the DPW, and the wheel loader and all that kind of thing worked out a bit trickier. And then there was obviously the mishap I made. This may be a slightly shorter episode. If it is, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. But we've made some good money. 621. That's impressive stuff. I'm pleased as punch with that. That gives me a few options now. I'm thinking, we've only just bought the Brantner to be fair, but I'm thinking of maybe, like I did on Felsborough, getting a truck and a semi-trailer. The only problem with that being, if I go for an American truck, for example the Lizard Warrior, which is probably the first option I would go for, I wouldn't go higher than that straight off the bat. 460 horsepower, absolutely brilliant, but there's no rear trailer hitch on the American ones. So I don't know whether we're going to get some modded ones. I know Black Sheep Modding were pretty good at bringing out various different trucks with various different bits and bobs. But yeah, no rear trailer hitch, which is it's a bit of an issue, because whilst that's great, I can get a trailer and I can pull various different things. It's not as versatile as if I went for like the aggro truck, 6x6, plenty of oomph, rear trailer hitch. Is that one I've got a rear trailer hitch? Oh no, standard. Sorry, let's go down. Configuration, yeah, plus trailer hitch. And the Man has a trailer hitch as well. It just makes it a little bit more versatile. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.